Good morning, caregivers. We are here today to talk about patient neglect, why patient neglect happens in care communities, and what you can do about it. The most important thing to consider is that we have to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Stay with me for my caregiving chat of the day. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help caregivers and aging adults solve caregiving problems. You're probably wondering why we're talking about this subject today. Yesterday, I received a call from the local Department of Health who was calling me to report on a claim that I made several months back, and they were calling to give me an update. This is a true story. I was out and about in town, and I received a call from a care community saying, you know, your client's not doing very well today. And because I was in the area, I said, you know what, I'll be over in 20 minutes. On my way, I called a local diagnostic testing service to have them meet me at the house because I thought, well, maybe my client has a urinary tract infection. This was something common with her, and I thought maybe that's why she's not doing well today, so we'll just take care of it in one fell swoop. They met me there, and I went into my client's room, and I was shocked. I was almost in tears, honestly. She was laying in bed. The bed was soaked with urine. She didn't look well. The diagnostic testing folks got there, and we started to go through the process of using a catheter to obtain urine to do the sample. And she was filthy. The hygiene was deplorable. I looked at the person who was drawing the urine, and we just both shook our heads. I immediately went out into the main area. I called the owner of the assisted living community, and I just told her, I said, you need to get over here and you need to see what's going on, and this has to be investigated. It is not acceptable. I don't think I've ever been as upset in my life, and over 20 years I've had a lot of these experiences, but this truly was the worst. I made a complaint to the Department of Health, in part because I am a mandatory reporter. As a caregiving professional, when we see abuse, we have to report it, or legally, we're not doing our job. As a family member, if you find yourself in a similar situation, you have to speak up. And so many family members tell me, I'm afraid to say anything. What if they get angry at me? What if then they don't take care of my loved one because we complained? Not complaining doesn't help anybody. What if you don't complain and something happens to someone else in that care community and they die? How would you feel about that? I would feel horrible. These are the things that I help family members in my support groups and in the courses that I offer. How do you complain about things and actually have people thank you for complaining? The person from the Department of Health yesterday thanked me for making that phone call, for making the complaint, because then the care community had to do an internal investigation, figure out how they were going to correct the issues so that they don't happen again. And if you've been in a care community, you know this. There are staffing issues, there are training issues, all kinds of things consistently go wrong, and it doesn't matter how beautiful the community is, it doesn't matter how unattractive the community is, neglect and abuse happens. And you can't just sit by and put the blinders on and ignore it and say, oh, it's you know, it'll go away. It's going to happen to someone else if you don't speak up. We have a duty to do that. Today, there is a live support group. In about 2 hours, you can join me. I'll put a link underneath this video, but also in this video, as in all of my videos, there is always a link to an article on my website, on my blog about the subject that we're talking about. So if you want better care for yourself or a loved one, click on the link in this video today, read the article, comment, share it. It is so important to share these videos so that people who are new to caregiving, considering placing their loved one in a care community, so that we can be proactive and advocate and help each other. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help caregivers and aging adult self-caregiving problems. My website is pameladwilson.com. Click on the link to the article in this video, and I will see you tomorrow in another video. And hopefully I'll see you live in my caregiving support group in about 2 hours. I'll see you soon. Have a great day.